Alright guys, welcome to my macro tutorial. This is a basic introduction to the macro system in Final Fantasy XIV. Now, this system is incredibly powerful and every player should be using the macro system at the very minimum to perform class changes and re-equip action points and action skills for your various builds. Now, you can change classes on the fly in Final Fantasy, and since gathering professions count as classes, it's not as simple as other MMOs where you can, as a rogue, go up and then just start mining a node or gathering alchemy supplies or whatever. You actually have to change your class. Now, a lot of people, I believe, are doing this by going in and going to the attributes and gear, and once that loads up, they'll then go and select their main. Then they'll go and they'll find what they need to change to. So let's see. So as you can see, it's fairly unintuitive doing it this way, and obviously is going to be very frustrating for some people. So particularly since I've got a sub gathering tool as well, so my sledgehammer as well. So that's changing to my mining using the menus, and I'm sure a lot of people start playing the game within the first hour, and they may see that and think that's ridiculous. Now, the thing is, that's not how the game's meant to be played. That's a very basic way to equip gear for the first time and see if you want to use it, but it's very simple to actually change your classes a lot quicker than that. So as you can see, I've just changed to my gladiator with my Gladys. I can switch over, and now my pugilist with my horror equipped, ready to go and fight. And you know, as easy as that, I can actually go and equip my mining stuff. So again, there you go, my pickaxe is equipped if I want to change and start doing some synthesis. So I've equipped now my blacksmith hammer and even my bronze file, which is my secondary item, and you know, so on and so on. So it's very easy to change classes, and see, there you go, I've seen a tree. I can now gather from that tree and collect some wood. And oh no, monsters are attacking, quick, let's switch to gladiator and kick their ass. I apologise, I've still got quite a bit of low level gear, but luckily this isn't a guide on how to be awesome. Now, as you can see here, I didn't type this, I have the power, that's part of my macro. So whenever I turn into a gladiator, I say I have the power because I am a bit of a He-Man fan. So I wouldn't recommend having a say in any macros that you use a lot though, because it's annoying for other people, and I'm going to take that out. I was just having a bit of fun. Now, how does this all work? Quite easily. Let's have a look at this. So if I go into configuration, macros, and we'll see the macro pane. Now, you've basically got 50 macros on control and 50 macros on alt. So this is an incredibly powerful system in where you can have one row of control buttons to change your classes or your jobs, and then you can change into other rows for battle. So I could say set this row up as a gladiator macro because I can actually use it to target NPCs and perform actions. So I can use it to do things like provoke on the closest NPC and so on and so on. So it's a great little system and definitely worth looking at, but for now I'm just going to focus on the class changing abilities of it. So if we look here, this is my gladiator macro. So whenever I change into gladiator, I equip into my main hand my sword. Then my body is equipped with my best armor at the moment, which is a trapper's tunic, and I equip Red Lotus into my action 2 slot, and I say I have the power. So this is essentially how it works. Now, I can do all sorts of things like, let's go and let's use, say, Haymaker. So now, action slot 2 and 3 will be Red Lotus followed by Haymaker, and you know, if I had it, I don't have this spell at the moment, but I'm going to work on that today. So whenever I change into Gladiator, I know I've got the right skills active for my class. Now, I don't have Cure, so this isn't going to work at the moment, but I do have Haymaker, so let's see if I've done this right. First, let's see if I've got Haymaker there. No, so Haymaker's in 4 at the moment, and Circle Slash is in 3, so let's see if we change that. Okay, so this is saying that because it's already equipped. I have the power. Action is already set. There we go. So Haymaker and circle slash swap places. Now, whenever you use the equip action abilities, it will prioritize the abilities that you've got on your macro, but it won't overwrite. It will simply move any other abilities that you can have equipped still to another thing. So circle slash, it's a gladiator ability, I can have it equipped. Instead of just overriding it, it moves it down the action bar. So that's really useful in that it won't completely destroy all the moves that you've got, particularly if you're changing classes. So now Red Lotus isn't as useful when I am a Pugilist. So my macro for Pugilist is a little bit different. So we've changed to that. Haymaker is now 2, and then followed by Red Lotus Blade, which I will use occasionally. So that's a basic guide on how to change classes. Now obviously you can make these macros a lot more sophisticated, and I'm sure once I start leveling one of my magic crafts, it'll be a lot more useful, I guess, to show that difference between having all your spells set out and having all your physical attacks set out. And also I'm going to have Gladiator set up to use Cure and stuff, because I'm going to try and make a bit of a Paladin out of my Gladiator main class at the moment. So the other thing to remember is that you can change your armor as well. So if I look at my Blacksmith, now my Blacksmith I've just got it set to equip items at the moment to my main and my offhand. So if I go equip, now I'm pretty sure it's body, what was it called? I forget what it's called. Okay, let's have a look at the item that I'm trying to equip to. So it's a really good idea, particularly since crafting uses item stats, so things like control and focus. It's really useful to have macros to change to that, to make sure that you're getting the full benefits of all the items that you have in your inventory. I found that it made a big difference in my synthesizing earlier today. So it's a hempen gown, which is beige, which is what I want. So as you can see, setting up your macros isn't overly intuitive, but you only have to do it once. And then what you can do later on is when you get skills that make the old ones obsolete, is you just update it. So hempen gown, beige, remembering to get your cases correct, because that will matter. And let's equip hands the smithy gloves as well. I'm pretty sure it's smithy gloves. I hope it's gloves. Anyway. Alright, so now my Blacksmith, hopefully. Let's see if this works. So I've got the file, the hempen gown, and come on, come on, come on. Okay, for some reason I didn't do the smithy's gloves correct, but you get the idea now. Because I've done that, it's probably worthwhile going back to my Gladiator. And equip body. Oh wait, I've already got it in there. Whoops. Okay, so I already had my Gladiator set up to always change to the Trapper's tunic. So it's just the hand one I haven't got right for some reason. Anyway, that's not important. If you go to a guide, it'll give you the correct... obviously I'm not going to go through it all here, the video would be far too long, but you get the idea. So that's a basic guide to changing classes in Final Fantasy XIV. The quick way to do it, the fun way to do it, and the way the game's intended to play. So hopefully that'll help mitigate some of your problems with the UI, and help you get a bit more out of the game. It makes it a lot easier to go fight, gather, and do everything at once, instead of focusing on one thing and running past potential skill ups. So thanks a lot guys, and enjoy.